mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
On second down, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hang on, we go. You see it? You see it?
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Go.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. This is Howard on 2nd down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. He's got a man, complete. A gain of 32 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Mike Wallace from 3 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Trubisky with a give to Howard. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a jive. Fighting through. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's a jive. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Shorty.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's go. Great.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The Eagles on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Run. Please.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Running with Howard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now it's a Giant. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Wentz. He may try and run for this. And he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
On play action, Wentz rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Past the 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stay.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set and ready for whatever they put out there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Daniel Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Parkey with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Wentz now on first down. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
81.
Play action. Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. 82. Come on.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
Look. Red,
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Gabriel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A final shot before half for Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now Wentz. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from...
And eventually take him down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, Trubisky. That is caught at the 7. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On first and goal, Howard. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky, flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Daniel Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Great 15, great 15.
Wentz to throw on second down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Eagles on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a play fake. Wentz. He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Go, go. Go, go.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, empty. Empty.
Here's Adams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Go, great, great. Shorty.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Hey, other side, solid.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Wentz now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Wallace, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little...
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been really good converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Trubisky will throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Come on. Great 15, great 15.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Working from the gun, Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Hey, other side, solid.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Black.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get 5 on the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Shorty. There we go.
Play action. Now Wentz. Aguilar has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Man, 5-7.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 69 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Again to Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Parkey's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Going long here for Wallace. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Wentz to throw. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. To throw is Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Wentz. And that is incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.